Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Gun safety is going high-tech, and a local man is behind this new invention.
What I'm trying to do is save lives.
We'll break it all down for you straight ahead.
Strange side effect. Thousands of men say their medication is making them look more like women, and they're taking legal action against a big-name company.
But first, snow squalls putting a fresh coat on area roads, slowing things down quite a bit as the salt trucks also hit the streets. Good to have you with us tonight at 11. And if the snow isn't enough, here comes some very dangerous cold.
And that's sandwiched between another snowstorm currently brewing. Ben, the digits just keep on dropping.
We got too much on our plate here, guys. Let's take one thing at a time. We'll start with the snow tonight. And even though the snow squalls were more intense during the commute home, they're still out there tonight and still enough to put down some accumulation. One of these bands coming out of Troy, Sterling Heights, and Warren. The other one right in the city of Detroit. In fact, we've got live drive pictures right now of I-75. This is in the city of Detroit. It looks like the roads are clear out there, but we still have flakes coming down. In fact, right in that spot, it looks like the clouds are actually starting to break up a little bit. We'll continue to watch for partly cloudy skies as we head towards tomorrow morning. But the one thing that we won't see are warmer temperatures. Currently, we're in double digits. At least that's what the thermometer says. 14 at City Airport, 14 also at Metro Airport. One of our coolest readings, 10 in Lapeer. But look at these wind chills already in negative territory. 9 below in Pontiac, 3 below at Metro Airport. And when we wake up tomorrow, we're looking at wind chills that will be between 10 and 20 below zero. At that rate, frostbite sets in less than 45 minutes for exposed skin. Keep everything covered tomorrow morning. We'll take a look at some even colder numbers, believe it or not, and even more snow for the weekend coming up in a few minutes. Kim?
My goodness, Ben. Well, certainly a chilly night to be out of power for nearly 9 hours. A Pontiac family says DTE made a big mistake tonight, and they're calling us for help. Our Mara McDonald is live in Pontiac. And Mara, you pulled up there tonight, and so did the utility trucks.
They sure did, Kimberly. And take a look behind me. You can see this house has its Christmas tree on. That wasn't the case. And at one point, this family was told their power wasn't going to be turned on until tomorrow afternoon. Line workers to the rescue on this miserably cold night, and not a minute too soon.
They told me that flat out it was a company error.
An error that had DTE showing up at 2:30 today and cutting the power to this Pontiac house with its 5 children, pets, and 2 adults.
Well, I had came home and they were all sitting out in front of my house. I asked them, I saw them rolling up a big coil of wire. I asked him, I said, oh, you guys replaced the wire? He's like, no. And I was like, well, what's going on?
Armstrong was told the utility was cutting their power because they'd been stealing power for 2 months.
That's impossible. I mean, we were caught up on our bill. We were even put on the winter or the shut-off protection notice.
Calls to DTE later, it was discovered an error had been made back in September when they had gotten behind on their bills, but had then paid up. And then the news that while it was an error, DTE wouldn't be out here until tomorrow afternoon. Armstrong flipped and called us. I
threatened to call you guys. I kept getting the runaround that we'll be here, we'll be here, we'll be here. We can't give you an estimated time, you know, and then when I finally called you guys, we obviously got somewhere.
Back here live, the line crews got out here tonight. They had everything up and running within about half an hour, and hopefully the computer glitch, as far as their account, is now fixed. We're live in Pontiac tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
My goodness. All right, Mara, thank you. A 58-year-old grandmother and her 14-year-old grandson are facing manslaughter charges after a teen was shot and killed inside her home on Detroit's west side.
The police say Lise Cox's revolver was hidden on the floor under a dresser, not secured, not locked, when her grandsons got their hands on it on Monday. One of them is charged as a juvenile for allegedly aiming the gun at 14-year-old E.J. Watkins. The gun went off, killing E.J. E.J. Watkins' funeral is set for next week. And this case brings to attention people who have not been, as the chief complained earlier today, the police chief, locking their guns properly.
But there is a new product hitting the market designed to prevent such tragedies from happening. Jermont Terry is live with how a Detroit man's invention could reshape gun safety. Jermont?
Well, Kimberly, you know, we use U-Touch to unlock our cell phones and even our tablets. But imagine if you could use your fingerprint to lock and unlock your gun.
So what I'm trying to do is save lives.
Omar Kiani created this gadget called Identilock.
Identilock is a fingerprint brace trigger lock.
Essentially, the gun owner uses their fingerprint to lock and unlock the weapon within 3 milliseconds.
If I'm a child, I got access to this gun.
Right. You should not be able to gain access.
It's going red.
Right. So it doesn't matter how hard you try, you can't pry this open.
Kiani developed and engineered the product right here in Detroit.
I wanted to keep my family safe from the very gun that I bought to protect them. And this allows that.
He believes this product could have prevented the 9 children killed or injured while playing with guns in Wayne County in the last year and a half. Back in April, an 11-year-old shot himself with his father's rifle while home alone on the southwest side. This mother is spending 6 months in prison after her 4-year-old shot himself in the hand. The child got a hold of his great-grandfather's gun. The great-grandfather received a 5-year probation. And now this 58-year-old grandmother faces 15 years in prison for not keeping her revolver secured from her teen grandson, who shot and killed another 13-year-old this week.
This is going to be a challenging case for both sides.
Legal expert Neil Rockheim tells me while the teen broke into the room, found the gun, and loaded it, if this goes to trial, the jury will consider their own situation and whether there's true neglect by the grandmother.
And some of them may very well relate to the grandmother taking what she believed were reasonable steps to keep the gun away from the children.
Now, that grandmother will appear here at the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice to answer to the involuntary manslaughter charges in a few weeks. We should point out the prosecutors also charged her grandson in this case. Again, the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office sending a very clear message that if you have a gun, you must lock it up. Reporting live, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Jermont, and I'll let you get out of the snow in a minute, but back to this digital fingerprint lock. It sounds great, but first off, is it available yet? And what happens if the battery in it dies?
Well, it's going to hit the market right before the end of this year, so we have just a few more weeks. And if the battery dies, there is a key that you can unlock and get that lock off and still serve it. And it runs around $250, Devin.
Yeah. All right, Jermont.
A 5-year-old girl with third-degree burns and her parents are accused of refusing to get the child medical attention. The mother and father appeared in court today, charged with child abuse. Investigators say instead of taking the little girl to the hospital, they treated the 5-year-old's wounds with Vaseline and toilet paper. The little girl was finally taken to the doctor 2 days later. She's been upgraded to serious condition.
Police are still trying to figure out who keeps vandalizing a home in Romulus. This surveillance video shows the man driving on the grass outside the home, getting out and splashing red paint on the side. Investigators say this home has been targeted several times in the past, and they believe the same person is responsible. Investigators believe the homeowner is being targeted because he works for the city of Livonia.
President-elect Donald Trump has picked Ronna Romney McDaniel to lead the Republican National Committee. McDaniel currently chairs the Michigan Republican Party. She is the niece of 2012 GOP presidential nominee Mitt Romney. She'll serve as deputy co-chair before taking the reins from current RNC chair Reince Priebus.
If you're about to buy a house or a car, or even borrow money for college, the pros are saying go right ahead. Today's announcement by the Federal Reserve to raise the key interest rate will not have an immediate impact. Fed Chair Janet Yellen says the decision is actually a vote of confidence in the economy. The 0.25% raise, only the second increase in the past 10 years. Credit card and home equity loan rates will likely rise soon, but you should see only a modest increase. A would-be robber might have had a chance with just about anybody else, but not this guy. You'll see why he picked the wrong target just ahead.
And a 20-year-old murder case might suddenly have new life. The new test that could help find JonBenet Ramsey's killer.
But first, how a life experience inspired a big change in healthcare.
So I was devastated.
The CEO of a major hospital system reveals how who she loved changed the game.
Coming up on Local 4 News today, dealing with the dangerous cold. I'll be here overnight, updating the forecast, making sure you are prepared. Weather and traffic always on the 4s.
Plus, keeping you prepared if you're celebrating the holidays with pets.
Yeah, I've got some simple tricks to clean up those pesky messes that your dog or cat might leave behind. A lot faster. That's coming up for Thrifty Thursday at 5:50.
Plus, all the overnight breaking news, top trending stories, and more when you join us Thursday morning from 4:30 to 7 a.m.
We'll see you in the morning.
We've all had experiences that shape our lives, and it was a turning point in a local hospital's top executive's life that inspired an unconventional idea.
And it led to healthcare changes for all. Paula Tutman has the inspiring story.
I'm at Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital, and if you take a look around, you can see this is not a conventional hospital. In fact, the way Henry Ford Health System has become very unconventional in the way it serves people and how it serves people is incredible. But it all makes a lot of sense when you realize what largely shaped this health system the way it is today is what largely happened to its leader when she came out of the closet as being gay many decades ago.
Several years after
Finally
this
coming out to
all
Mom.
came out.
The memory is a painful
And
one.
She was in a dialysis unit in the hospital I used to run in Akron, Ohio. And she screamed as loud as she could in front of all the staff who knew me that nothing would appall me more than if you're a lesbian. So I was devastated.
But from that uncomfortable conversation, the steps a young Nancy Schlichting took to never, ever feel that way again, set in soft footsteps a path that would ultimately change healthcare around the country for millions. She talks about it in her book, Unconventional Leadership.
When I started my career, I had very low expectations because I was gay.
Early in her career, she'd been anonymously outed as a lesbian.
I was unemployed for the first time in my life, and I felt humiliated and shell-shocked by how it all went down.
She vowed to never again work for a company that made her feel that way. And when she joined Henry Ford Health System in 1998, she brought with her a novel philosophy.
We need tremendous acceptance of everyone. It doesn't matter if it's sexual orientation or gender or race or religious aspects of our lives.
When it comes to health care, it's not that Nancy thinks outside of the box. She tends to ignore the box entirely, pushing through a health care center to support homeless LGBTQ youth and adults, okaying a boutique lodge-like luxury hospital everyone can afford. Growing up gay in corporate America gave her the courage to simply rub against the grain. Is it any more expensive, though?
No.
So the care is the same? The insurance doesn't get billed anymore.
No.
Have you guys done any metrics on whether or not people heal faster or feel
Well,
better?
the quality scores are very high in this facility. Patient satisfaction is very high.
Look around at the teams Nancy Schlichting has assembled and the world she has built, and you see the one thing humans crave as much as air, food, and water. The one thing she thought she may never have. Acceptance.
When I look at Henry Ford, we are the most amazing melting pot. We have physicians from 60 countries. We have tremendous diversity in every aspect, including people that, because of their diversity, bring great diversity of thought to our organization, which drives innovation, creates an ability to serve everyone.
The story continues tomorrow because for all Nancy has done to take care of others, she tells us the date and the time she finally felt taken care of herself by realizing a dream she never, ever, ever thought could possibly come true. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 on First at 4.
All right, Paula.
Great stuff. Great story. And thanks, Nancy. Well, crazy night out and about. If you were out trying to get around the roads, I was up. Thanks to everybody who came out to Unison Serenity, by the way, tonight in Warren with Alexander Zonjic and I. Got a great crowd there, and that was what was impressive because they all had to face an awful lot of snow. Yeah.
Yeah, those snow squalls were intense, but pretty narrow, and they were moving. They're still with us tonight, but it's really the cold.
Yeah, we saw some out at Jamat's live shot.
Yeah, he was getting covered.
Flakes were the size of dinner plates out there, but they're still hanging around the city, and you can sort of see them off in the distance, looking a little hazy out there from our camera in Windsor looking back towards the city. 14 current temperature right now, the wind chill 3 below, and it's only getting colder as we get towards morning. Usually we see our winds calm down as we get overnight, but that's not going to be the case tonight. We'll see those 15 to 20 mile an hour winds pretty much hang with us all the way overnight and into tomorrow morning. So we'll take a closer look at your wind chills for the morning here in our 4-zone forecast in just a few minutes. Still a lot of lake effect snow on the west side of the state. Winter weather advisories out there if you're going to be traveling early tomorrow. And notice that even though we've seen a shift in the winds, now that they're starting to move a little bit more out of the northwest, that's taking those bands of snow further off to the south, but they're still there. They should be drying up here within the next hour or so. So we'll wake up to dry conditions in the morning, and then as we get later into Friday, that's when our next weather maker starts to arrive. About 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll probably see some flakes around, and then gradually this area will start expanding as we get into the evening, and this becomes accumulating snow. Remember this color? We saw this last week when we saw the big snowmaker, and we will be seeing accumulation Friday night stretching into early Saturday. But by the time the sun comes up on Saturday morning, there's going to be a rain snow line set up, and right now it looks like it's just going to bisect the area, cut us right in half, with everything south of the city seeing at least rain or a mix, and north of the city staying all snow. And at least from the looks of it right now, that line is going to pretty much stay put. There will be a reinforcing area of some snow showers that come in Saturday night after the main system pulls through and we get a bit of an afternoon break. And as of right now, this is what we're looking at for potential snow totals, with the highest numbers being in the northern section of the area in our north zone, lowest totals being in our south zone and west zone. And so anywhere between about 3 inches in Lenawee County, ranging possibly as much as 8+ up in Sanilac County. So this is going to be a wider range than what we were looking at last weekend. Not quite as much, but still enough to get the shovels out and cause some problems this weekend. So here's your 4-zone forecast. What an ugly shade of chartreuse or mauve or whatever this color is, but it just says cold. 10 below right now, or will be in Dearborn by the morning, and same in the city of Detroit. Slightly milder here in our south zone, but not by much. Single-digit wind chills across most of the zone. 8 below in Monroe, 8 below in Lambertville, 9 below in Blissfield. And some of our coldest wind chills are going to be in our west and north zone. Look at these: 13 below in Brighton, 16 below in Fenton by morning. And in our north zone, north of 59, pretty much the same thing, 16 below. And in wind chills that cold, we told you at the top of the show, frostbite setting in less than 45 minutes to expose skin. High temperatures only getting to 14. There is going to be some sunshine. It's about the only good thing we've got to say about this forecast. And then, of course, that snow comes in Friday into Saturday. Temperatures even colder next week. We will be dry, thank goodness, and see a decent amount of sunshine, but it is not going to get rid of that snow.
Not warming things up, huh?
It's going to be a big fat zero kind of looming out there, too.
Staring at us in the face. Tonight's Christmas lights come from Dreon Drive. I think I'm saying that right, in Clawson. Beautiful sight out there as they've got all the lights set up, candy canes and all kinds of stuff. and it looks good with all that snow out there, too, really doesn't it?
It's another example, though, of the Griswold electrical dial going zzz.
That's right.
Pretty good. Yeah, all right, Ben.
Good stuff.
Getting burned. E-cigarettes proving just as dangerous as the real thing. Why are so many of them exploding?
And this could be the key to solving a 20-year-old mystery. What's now being tested in the JonBenét Ramsey murder case. Next.
It's been a cold case for 20 years, but now new DNA testing is planned in the murder case of JonBenét Ramsey. The 6-year-old was found dead in her Colorado basement in 1996. A recent investigation found flaws in the previous DNA testing that had been done on her clothing, and now the Colorado Bureau of Investigation will do new genetic material testing using the FBI database to see if there's a match among the 1.5 million known offenders.
13,000 men are part of a class action lawsuit against Johnson & Johnson over a medication they say made them grow breasts. The plaintiffs say they were taking Risperdal for anxiety and bipolar disorder. These are photos of some of the plaintiffs. For most, at the time of diagnosis, it wasn't disclosed that growing breasts was a side effect. The company put the side effect on their labels in 2006. It stands by the drug, saying it has helped millions.
Some people choose e-cigarettes as a safer alternative to smoking, but some are finding out it isn't safer when it comes to fires. The FDA received 66 reports of e-cigarettes exploding last year. The reports say the devices have caught fire seemingly out of nowhere. Some people have been burned. Investigators believe faulty batteries are likely to blame. However, the makers of e-cigarettes say the devices are safe when they're used and recharged properly. A would-be robber taken down not by police, but by a former professional wrestler.
Former WWE star Shad Gaspard used his moves outside the ring while at a Florida gas station. The man got upset after Gaspard refused to buy him beer, so he lifted his shirt, showing him a gun. Gaspard took him by the back of the neck and then forced him outside, where he then body slammed him, holding him down there until police arrived. Some real life WWE
Well,
stuff.
yeah, the police showed up and said, you know that was real. And he went, what?
Well, he didn't wait for the police. He waited for the ref to come count him down. Right. And then he said it was gone.